I'm a sucker for a deck building game. The random luck of which card will be offered to you during a run, will you get a decent item or artifact that mixes well with your deck, the different paths that you can take meaning you fight more enemies or you get more cards through random loot, it's just amazing. When you put all these things together, it makes for an amazing game. A game that really allows you to play your way, believes that you really do have the heart of the cards when you're trying to pull that blue eyes white dragon to end the game. Power Chord is here to fill that void that might have been left by the last deck building game that you played, as a newly released Roguelite Deck Builder with the added twist that you form a rock band to defeat the demon hordes that have broken through the previously sealed gates of hell. Now you gotta think, where does every great rock adventure start from? Forming the band, of course. You're gonna need a drummer, bassist, guitarist and singer to start your journey to ensuring mankind's survival. The map is divided into 4 different paths that you can look down upon to see which one's going to work better for you. The small skull on the map is a battle with lesser demons. The bigger skull is a specialist demon that'll be a little bit more of a trickier fight. The question mark indicates a random encounter where you can get some really cool loot or lose one of your best cards. The shop is, well, yeah, it's a shop where you can buy cards and equipment for your band. And last but not least, the health. Health is a place where you can go to get rested. You can either fully heal someone, heal your party for 30%, or resurrect someone to 50% if they have been downed in a previous fight. The visuals are eye-catching and really fits well with the tone of rockers saving the world. The card design is stunning, and the character design just shouts radical. But then you get to the other side of the room, the demons, and they basically all look very similar to each other. And that in itself makes the game harder to know what you actually are doing. At one time you could think you're about to hit a healer, but you're actually hitting their DPS. The only thing that really told them apart is that one of them's holding a megaphone, whereas one of them's holding a guitar. They really need to have some kind of differences. They need to give them a little bit of a makeover to make the demons stand out from the hell crowd a little bit more. Give them a different size, outfit, and scream healer or buffer, and it'll make it easier for people to understand. The equipment in Power Chord has a little twist. Most roguelites I play, you find an artifact or equipment item, it'll stay with you for the game until you win or lose the run. But here's the twist. You have to apply the equipment to a band member and they're the only ones who can actually use it. It can't be traded between bandmates later on, but you can look towards replacing it with a brand new item. But it does mean that there and then, you're going to have to make that split second decision to who you think will be better to use this new equipment. But let me explain this. This didn't really work out too well for me. I thought having a healing item that heals the bandmate for 5 HP when they kill someone would be awesome on the poison damage dude. Like, imagine poisoning the whole team and then just healing up to full. But then I quickly found out that the poison damage doesn't count towards killing them. I'd wasted a whole slot and that item could have been used so much better on someone else. Big L for me on that run. While I really like the twist of the equipment being able to be used only per bandmate, I do think that there needs to be some kind of customization or an item that you can find that allows you to switch things around a little bit more often. Because if that band member dies, you've just kind of lost all these items until you resurrect them, or you're going to end your run because you've lost everything. Next, we're going to move on over to the cards. Obviously, it's a deck building game, so there's going to be cards. Cards are in 4 different categories, one for each bandmate, meaning that you have to have multiple different options for your strategy in the run. You might think getting more cards that give you armor will help more, or ones that deal more in AoE damage, but this is where the game puts me a little bit too much on the fence, as I've lost most of my runs due to my win conditions dying. First run I went all in on the poison damage, supporting them with some healing items here and there, but the moment I got into the second boss fight, they targeted my poison bandmate straight away, meaning that I couldn't do anything with them. With that, I lost all of my damage cards, and I just ended up losing one bandmate one after another, like, you're next, dead, you're next, dead, and it was back to the start for me. This is the way of the game doing things a little different than other games on the market right now. I think, hey, it's really cool that each bandmate basically has their own deck, but what I don't like is that if they die, when you pull your hand the next turn, you should not get non-usable cards. You should just get the cards that you can use. Your deck size should just get smaller as, well, the cards aren't in their deck anymore. It just kind of didn't give me a chance to win. Like, hey, give me the chance to win the fight so I can resurrect my partner in Rock. So let's talk about how I did in the game. And the answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. And if you listen really close, you might just hear it.
Really bad.
Ooh, got spine chills then. It felt like I heard myself. But I do think this is where my understanding of the enemies and the different kind of cards that you can pull for your decks really let me down. Because I couldn't always tell who I was fighting. I would end up having to just take a guess and think, I'm going to hit you, or I really hope I pull the cards that I need, but now that one of my bandmates is dead, I'm getting blank cards through and I can't guarantee that I will be able to kill people again. If you play these types of games a lot, you will probably do a lot better than me. But at the same time, I do think it was a little bit harder than most deck building games out there at the moment. So I guess if you take into consideration everything that I've gone over, if you're completely new to this genre and you're not too sure that you'd like them, maybe it's not the game for you. But if you're an absolute die-hard fan of the deck building genre in itself, you'll probably have a rocking time playing this game, and you'll be able to turn your power up to 11. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time.